Alright guys, so for the start of this video, we're actually going to talk about Dwarf Therapist real quick because I made a slight mistake in the last one. So if we hit Q and we go over to this trade depot that we designated to be built, you'll see up on the right it says waiting for architecture, or waiting for architect, needs architecture, construction inactive. So it's waiting for somebody with the architecture skill to come basically like design the building for construction. Now everybody by default has construction laborers enabled, but architecture is a specific trainable skill, and because of the way we set up the dwarves in the embark setup video, none of them actually have the architecture skill enabled, so this trade depot is never actually going to get built. So let's hit escape here. What we're going to do to fix that real quick is use Dwarf Therapist. So if we go down to our Lazy Noob pack and we go to the Utilities tab here, you'll see Dwarf Therapist. Just double click on it and it brings this up, and it should automatically connect to your fortress, but if it doesn't, you can hit that little connect button up there. It'll be like green. And so here's our dwarves, and here's the professions they have enabled. So there's a bunch of stuff to go over with Dwarf Fortress. It's super handy for a lot of things, but for now we'll just talk about the basics of it. So this is your labors tab. You can also go to a roles tab, which is super useful later on for determining what dwarves should work on what labors, right? So dwarves have attributes that you can see here, and those attributes determine how quickly they'll gain experience and how good they'll be at certain jobs, right? So a dwarf that's super weak, for instance, might not be a great fit for a miner, but for some of these attributes, right, like strength and stuff, you can actually train them. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a later video. This is where you spend most of your time in Dwarf Fortress, the labor screen. There's a bunch of cool stuff you can do with this, like enabling custom professions. You can sort all of these screens by all sorts of different stuff. Migration wave is one that'll be useful for us later on, same with squad. But anyway, all we're going to do today is we're going to find our stone crafting dwarf here. So Kogan, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. And we click on him so that kind of highlights the row. And we go down to the architecture labor and we just click right where it intersects with his row. And you'll see that becomes filled in. And over here in the pending changes window, you'll see this guy has been assigned the architecture labor. So we'll just go ahead and hit commit changes, and that sends it to the game. And basically what this does is a way easier way to interact with the cumbersome interface in this game of changing labors. So if we go ahead and unpause it now, this guy's going to come, not that guy. Where is our enterprising? Oh, there he is. So he's bringing the stone to design the building. So if we scroll down, we can see him running down, and he's excuse me, bringing the second stone block. He's picking up the third one, and I'm just using the mouse roller to zoom to go through the Z levels. And now you can see he's got 3 pieces of stone, and he's designing the trade depot. And this is just kind of a little animation it goes through to make it look like it's being built. And now you'll see it's all done and it's ready to be worked. Alright, so that is it for this little mini video.